Regarding all these farmers that are now crying about possibly losing their farms because they voted for Trump, this is why you absolutely should not feel bad for any of these farmers that voted for Trump. Now, the ones that didn't vote, yes, feel sorry for them, go support them, do whatever you need to do. But the ones that voted for Trump, do not feel sorry for them, and let me tell you why. I am a builder, and I've been building shit in Oklahoma City going on like 20 years now, and
some new numbers have just come out that actually, in some way, make me happy, in some ways make me sad. See, in the first quarter of 2025, bankruptcies for farmers exceeded the 2024 total for the year. And in the second quarter, according to new reporting that just came out, they doubled last year's number. So the farmers that overwhelmingly voted for the administration we have are filing bankruptcies at a record pace. The last time farm bankruptcies were this high was during Trump's last term. For somebody that claims to love farmers, he sure just consistently hurts them. In fact, the last time it was this high was between 2018 and 2019. You would think maybe it was during 2020 and all that craziness, but no. This is all pre-pandemic Trump wonderful economic policies affecting farmers once again.
Meet Luis, a lifelong Republican wheat farmer who voted for Trump not once, not twice, but all 3 times. She said she was thrilled to do it. She said that she wants him to fight for people just like her. But here's the reality that she's facing right now. Her farm now is gone, bankrupt. She had a government contract to sell 100% of her wheat to U.S. aid. That deal was vanished overnight. The buyers, gone. The money, gone. And here's where the irony cuts deep. Luis admits that 70% of her workforce were indeed undocumented immigrants. The very same people, the lives and livelihoods she voted to upend. And now they're not showing up to work. And without them, her business has collapsed. Luis is on TikTok now, literally about 5 videos, blaming Trump for not protecting farmers like her. But here's the thing. These policies were never designed to protect your farm, Luis. And if you were literally educated, you would have took 2 minutes to research and find that out for yourself. These policies were designed to make a point, no matter who got hurt. Even his own voters. So, Luis, actions have consequences. And sometimes, they come for you first.
Well, I did it again, damn it. Went down that damn rabbit hole, and it was fun. Because I strolled down this hole of farmers that are mad because they're about to lose their farm. Because that federal grant money hasn't shown up yet. And they don't know what to do. And all of them crying. But damn it, in every freaking video, all of them, and I mean all of them, except for maybe 1 or 2, all of them voted for Trump. So why are you complaining is my question. You voted for this. You asked for this stupidity. You complaining that you're about to lose your farm because you voted for a man who told you what he was going to do. But that's your freaking fault. Because you voted for your whiteness instead of voting your heart. Because you didn't want to see that black lady in office. So you voted for that white man. And you knew he was a crook. You knew he was a thief. You knew he was going to do all the dumb shit because you've seen it before. But you mad because you're about to lose your farm. Some of them crying. This land been in my family forever. Yeah. Because it was given to you a long, long time ago. And I ain't crying. And I ain't mad. And I don't care. Because that's what you get for voting for your whiteness. You voted for your whiteness instead of voting for the proper person that you knew was good for that job. But you wanted that man in office that bad. You didn't want her in office. You can't say you voted for the lesser of two evils. You voted his color, not his character. And before we get off of this, y'all know what to do. Hit the heart, share the video, do what we do. This TikTok, damn it. You knew better, but you did it. See, this land that y'all got for free, that's been passed down through the generations, that we didn't get our 40 acres of the mule. So why are we going to be mad because you about to lose yours? This is by design. All of those corporations are buying up farmland across the freaking country. This is on purpose. But you've yet to realize that. Kamala had you saved. The money was appropriated. It was there. But you had to vote for Trump. You knew what he was. You knew what kind of guy he is. But you voted your color. And you thought you was going to get that privilege. But now you understand. If you ain't worth 7, 8 figures, he don't give a shit about you. Or your cousin, or your sister, your auntie. Nobody. Now you look like me to him. Because you ain't got it like that. So, I'm sorry you about to lose your land. But I really don't give a damn. Because you knew better. All of you. But you wanted to vote for your privilege and your color instead of who was deserving and who was better. So blame yourself. Blame your neighbor. Blame the people down the street. It ain't our fault. It's on you.
Regarding all these farmers that are now crying about possibly losing their farms because they voted for Trump, this is why you absolutely should not feel bad for any of these farmers that voted for Trump. Now, the ones that didn't vote, yes, feel sorry for them, go support them, do whatever you need to do. But the ones that voted for Trump, do not feel sorry for them, and let me tell you why. I am a builder, and I've been building shit in Oklahoma City going on like 20 years now, and farmers are not stupid. If you have the ability to manage a farm and understand the weather, the climate, your machinery, the chemistry that goes into your crops, you are not a stupid person. You're just not. And especially when you come from generational farming, you have the ability to look ahead and predict what you need to survive. And so when you have two candidates, where you have Kamala Harris on one side giving you a whole fucking list of shit that she's going to do for you and make your life better, and then you have Trump on the other side who can't even come out with a normal sounding sentence, and you still vote for that guy, and you are a farmer, you are either racist or sexist or both. And they're only crying now because now they are being treated exactly how they voted for other people to be treated. Got that? They are being treated how they voted for other minorities, people of color, everybody else, poor people, sick people. That's how they voted for other people to be treated. And now they're the ones being treated that way by losing their livelihood, their homes, their income, their farms. So do not feel sorry for them. This is exactly what they had coming. Quick follow-up as to why exactly would Trump be doing this to farmers anyways, and I'm guessing 99% chance it's because he wants to bankrupt farms so his corporate buddies can come in and do a land grab. Basically what you have been seeing the last few years major companies buying up a bunch of rental houses and jacking up the price of rents, and it's all going to corporations. It's probably something similar to let these farms go to foreclosure and his corporate buddies be able to come in, swoop them up, and now you've got bigger companies involved in more of our day-to-day food.
My daddy told me never depend on the government. Now see, if they cut my little Social Security check, I ain't gonna say little, but because I can use that piece of coin that I worked for. You understand? I worked 32 years for my monies, for my coins. So it's mine. But I didn't depend on the government in my retired life. You don't depend on the government. No. Anyway, back to the farmers that's losing their farms. I can't even say I feel sorry for you. But this is what I'm going to do. Look here, people. Let me tell you something. Oh, look at here. This is going to be some good eating right here. You understand what I'm saying? Look here. I just grow my own stuff. Look here. That's what I'm doing right there. Yeah. So, I ain't worried about them white farmers losing their farms. I ain't even feeling sorry because they voted for Trump. You get what you asked for. You asked for the tariffs, you got them.
Brothers and sisters, today we're diving into a story that's going viral on TikTok and across social media. White farmers in America posting emotional videos about losing their farms. Some are crying, some are pleading for help, and others are exposing how tough it is to keep their land in this economy. But here's the thing. This issue is bigger than just one group of people. It's about who really controls land in America, how farmers of all races are being pushed out, and what it means for the future of food and ownership. Let's break it down. To understand what's happening today, we need to step back a little. For generations, farming has been at the heart of American identity. White family farmers were often seen as the backbone of America. At the same time, black farmers were building farms after emancipation, especially in the South. By 1920, black farmers owned almost 15 million acres of land. But here's the painful truth. While many white farmers got access to government loans, subsidies, and protections, black farmers were often denied or discriminated against by the USDA. Over the years, millions of black families lost their land through foreclosure, intimidation, or unfair policies. So today, when we see white farmers crying on TikTok about losing their farms, it's important to remember, black farmers lost millions of acres long before TikTok existed, often in silence, without sympathy from mainstream media. Fast forward to 2025. Many white farmers in America are facing serious financial struggles. Farming is not as profitable as it used to be. Here's why. Corporate takeover. Big agribusiness companies like Monsanto, Cargill, and Tyson dominate farming. Small family farms can't compete. Land grab. Investment firms and billionaires are buying up farmland as an asset. Even Bill Gates is now one of the largest private farmland owners in the U.S. debt crisis. Farmers often take out huge loans for equipment, fertilizer, and seeds. When prices crash or climate disasters hit, they can't pay back the banks. Climate change, droughts, floods, and wildfires are destroying crops at levels never seen before. This is why you see videos of white farmers crying. They're losing farms that have been in their families for generations. But here's the twist. While it's sad, it's not just about race. It's about power, capitalism, and corporate greed swallowing up small farmers of every background. Now, let's look at black farmers in the U.S. today. In 1920, there were nearly 1 million black farmers. Today, there are fewer than 50,000, less than 2% of all farmers. That's not by accident. For decades, black farmers filed lawsuits against the USDA for systematic discrimination, and they won cases like the famous Pigford settlement. But even with settlements, many never got justice. On TikTok, you'll also see black farmers speaking out, but their stories don't go as viral. They're often talking about land being stolen, heirs' property laws making it easy for outsiders to take land, and the ongoing fight just to hold on to what little they have left. So while some white farmers are now experiencing what black farmers have endured for 100 years, the difference is who gets sympathy and who gets ignored. Let's zoom out. This isn't just about white farmers losing land. This is about America's land crisis. Did you know that 95% of U.S. farmland is white-owned? Meanwhile, Black, Native, and other minority groups own just a tiny fraction. But here's the kicker. Even white family farmers are losing control. Billionaires and corporations are buying farmland at record levels, turning small farms into mega operations. So the real enemy isn't black versus white farmers. It's the corporate system that profits from their losses. When white farmers cry on TikTok, many blame the government or immigrants. But the real story is Wall Street and corporate agribusiness taking over agriculture. And if people don't wake up, America's farms and food supply will be controlled by a handful of powerful companies. Now, for my Pan-African family listening, why should this matter to us? Because land ownership has always been at the center of freedom. In Africa, we saw land stolen under colonialism. In the Caribbean, enslaved people were denied land after emancipation. In the US, black farmers fought hard to build land and lost it through systemic racism. Today, whether in America, Africa, or the Caribbean, we see a similar pattern. The rich and powerful buying up land, while ordinary people are pushed out. When we see those videos of farmers crying in the US, we need to see the bigger connection. It's not just about white pain. It's about how global systems of capitalism put profit over people. And that's something we, as a diaspora, must pay attention to. So what's the takeaway? Yes, some white farmers are crying on TikTok about losing their farms in the US, but instead of looking at it as just their story, we should look at the whole story. For over a century, black farmers cried and nobody listened. Today, family farmers of all races are being swallowed up by corporate greed. The real question is, who controls the land? Who controls the food? And what happens when ordinary people own nothing while corporations own everything? That's the conversation we need to have. Thank you for tuning into this Shinbell. If you found this breakdown educational, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Should we feel sympathy for these farmers? Or should the focus be on the bigger system that's hurting everyone? Let's talk about it.